In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes a great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice heads out. Trey London right. Steps on second, throws over the first. He actually did it! That's a rock up!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh, Philip Rosenberg, walked off the eighth season.
Get out, ball later!
And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jingle. Goes back, Keeper King. Akatona's Playhouse makes the grab. Running third. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. I don't know if I like it. That ball is absolutely tattooed. And what a roll! What a roll from Team McKinney!
That will do it. The Nighthawks are the 2023 AWA champions.
Flared up. What a play from Peter McNeil!
What's going on, AWA fans? We are back with more wiffle ball action here on Monday night. It's the first night of the 2024 AWA playoffs. We just had the wild card wrapped up between the Northern Nighthawks and the Central Cyclones. If you missed that, the Northern Nighthawks are advancing. They won that game won that series 2-0. We are getting the NLDS going tonight. We're going to try to get the first 2 games of the best of 5 series going on between the Eastern Enforcers and the Southern Stingers. It just continues here tonight, and we are excited to have you all with us for the ride. I'm Mark Campanero, joined alongside Alex Harden. He'll be up here again with me in the booth, and we're going to get game number 1 started here between the Enforcers and the Stingers shortly. But before we do so, let's get right into the starting lineups tonight.
Peter McNeil, Eastern Washington University.
Jordan Rice, University of the Westgate Cougars.
Drew Tenzar, University of Washington.
Cole Blevins, Edmonds Woodway High School.
Kyle Cody, University of Washington.
Barrett Carlo, Mattadale Middle School.
That is your Southern Stingers lineup tonight. Now we'll get right into it for the Eastern Enforcers. Take it away.
Jake Oliver, Seattle Area Pipe Trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evans Woodway High School.
Chase Winkler, Woodmore Elementary.
Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Brock Playhouse, University of America Samoa.
And that is the starting lineup here tonight for the Eastern Enforcers. We're going to send it down to Robert, who's got Drew Tenzar for a pregame interview.
All right, Drew, late start here for the divisional series. Is it an advantage or a disadvantage to kind of get a late start on the day?
I think an advantage for us. We got Kyle Cody back, big hitter in our lineup. Gonna bode well for us here.
Nice. What about Jordan Rice for you?
Oh, good to get back Jordan too. We're getting healthier. Good time to get there, ready for a big championship round hopefully, and, taking it one game at a time.
All right, easy as that. Good luck out there.
Yes, sir.
Back to the booth, guys.
Thank you, Robert, and great to hear from Drew Tenzar of the Southern Stingers. We're going to get game 1 started shortly here, and I know I forgot to do this at the beginning of the wild card, but I will not forget to do it before the beginning of the NLDS. We're going to send it to our buddy Joe Accord with the weather.
Good evening, Wiffle Ball fans. It is the playoffs, which means let's get to the weather. And for some good news, there's not rain forecast for tonight, but it's going to be cloudy most of the evening. And one thing to note is the temperature drop. As you can see right here, we're in the 70s right now. We're expected in the mid-50s by early in the morning. So go.
And thank you so much there to our buddy Joe, always doing the weather reports. We appreciate it. Yeah, it's not too bad of a night here tonight, as Joe was mentioning. It's gray skies, but no rain, so we can't complain. We're here in September, so the weather is going to start to get a little bit worse in September here in Washington, but we're happy to not have any rain. We'll get game 1 started here shortly. We'll be back in a moment.
That's why I'm like, you either just put the YouTube broadcast in there, because that's a school.
All right, and we are going to get first pitch started shortly, but before we do, Brinks.TV. Brinks TV is a one-stop shop for awesomeness. If you haven't already, download the app, sign up for free, and you can start betting live. Like right now on everything from wiffle to skateboarding to viral videos. You can even bet on wild police pursuits. Brinks TV is truly the kingdom of awesomeness. Make sure you check it out, brinks.tv. And this is a pretty cool story here in the AWA. Jordan Rice, first game of the playoffs for the Stingers, and he is going to be on the mound. Remember, he missed a lot of time in the league this year because he tore his meniscus.
Yeah, it's a brutal injury for sure. But yeah, it's quite the sight to see him out there on the mound. He looks pretty good. Doesn't appear to be in a lot of pain. We were talking to him before the game. He's definitely going to monitor it. I mean, how can you not? So hopefully we can see him go a few games here and get out of here unscathed. But, you know, Jordan Rice is a big-time player, and big-time players, they step up in big-time moments, you know. And right now for the Stingers, there's no bigger moment than right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed that he's able to go tonight. I was like, when he said he was gonna that hit off of Jake Oliver's arm, that'll be a foul ball.
That's right. Yeah, you went around. Literally talking to himself.
Strike one here to Jake Oliver, 0-1. A nasty knuckleball there from Jordan Rice, 0-2. And that's low and outside. 1-2 now to Oliver. Definitely a huge thing here for the Stingers to have Jordan Rice back. They got that 1-2 punch going. Peter McNeil, Jordan Rice, these two pitchers. Good to have him back in full force. Stingers, again, won the World Series just 2 years ago. Another team that does fantastically in the playoffs is the Stingers.
Yeah, they got a lot of clutch performers. I mean, Peter McNeil, obviously their team leader, he's pretty historically a clutch guy.
And Jake Oliver strikes out for the first out of the ball game. Chase Winkler now to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, they got a good pedigree. I mean, they're World Series champions a few years ago. I mean, like I said about the Nighthawks, they just know how to win. They know how to win when it matters.
First pitch outside to Chase Winkler, 1-0. Does not go around there. Ball 2, inside. That hits this, 61 miles per hour, so no pitch there to Winkler. 2-0 stays the count, but that was a nasty pitch there from Rice. That hits the zone, and the knuckle is working early so far for Rice.
Jordan, somewhat of a pioneer of the knuckleball here in AWA. Kind of the first guy to really throw that as his dominant pitch.
Definitely has the best one in the league, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to hit.
More guys use it. I mean, Jace Pratt is really using it effectively nowadays.
Yeah, Jace Pratt has really come on as one of the better pitchers in this league.
Big fan of him personally.
I just want you guys to know too, like, I called that 2 years ago. I was saying, I was a big advocate for Jace Pratt. I was like, you know,
he's a dog.
He's got some. Like, so I was watching his, you know, when he was pitching to me, I was like, this stuff moves.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you start hitting the zone, it's gonna be tough to keep up with.
It's tough in batting practice for sure. It was tough having him. You know, he's hurt for about the first half of the season. Couldn't really throw. But yeah, it was a big boost to the Wolfpack lineup. Our team having him take over as the ace.
So Winkler strikes out number 2. Now Josh Gradwell's up to the plate as that hits. 1-1.
Oh my God, swing that.
Top part of the zone connects. 1-2. Foul back from Gradwall. Into the booth. Ball and 2 strikes is the count. Does not go around. The count is even here at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Radar's unplugged. Hold on. I think I unplugged it. No, that foul ball unplugged. Right before I go to the pitch. Strategic. Oh, no technical difficulties. How much is it? Yeah. Either winning or I'm getting Tom John.
We're having a technical difficulty. The radar is not working. We will be back here shortly.
We're back. 52. It's on mile per hour. There you go. That's something. Yeah. You want to throw a practice pitch? See if it tracks it? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's working. Is there a way to reset it? Oh, there you go.
It went to 57.
What if those were all 52? Yeah. That would have been rough. Jack.
Yeah, now try.
Here, try it again. Radar.
No, I got unplugged. Yeah.
Sorry, I hit a really well-placed foul ball. Yeah. Dude, I hate that thing. I gotta... See? No. Like, what is that? It cost me. Wait. Good. Hey, Jordan, if you want to try another practice. Yeah, I think we're good.
There we go.
Yeah, like I could. Have a better chance of hitting May out there.
And the radar is back. So good. Josh Gradwall strikes out on a difficult pitch there from Rice to end the inning. No run score for the Enforcers in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first, all tied up, 0-0.
We're good. We're good.
Bottom of the first, all tied up 0-0. Peter McNeil at the dish for the Stingers. Josh Gradwall on the mound for the Enforcers.
Peter McNeil, a rock star. Shout out to Van Yost and the Sejongs.
Yep.
Go check them out.
Yost and the Sejongs. We've seen both of those bands play, and they're pretty incredible.
Pretty darn good.
Pretty incredible.
Just got back from a tour.
Peter's he's a drummer for both of those bands.
Damn good one.
Really, really good drummer. If there's one thing that you need to know about Peter McNeil, that the dude can play the drums. That's for sure.
Play the drums, and he throws a mean curveball.
Yes, he does. 2-2. And that's high. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to McNeil. Nobody on. It's that foul ball hit a fan over there.
You know, we built Club
That's
65 for a reason, and
yeah,
nobody's sitting over there. They're sitting in the danger zone.
Yeah, what's going on? Nobody's using it here today.
That is where the fire is, so I don't blame them. But
I mean, fire's not on. There's a speed check as Peter McNeil thought he had just struck out, but gonna get a new opportunity here.
Gotta love that.
That's great.
Peter McNeil, AWA legend, been here since the beginning, and ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie, strikes out anyways. Out number 1. You both have been here since the beginning.
Yeah, we have. Still chasing that World Series title, though.
Me and you both, man.
Yeah.
Me and you both. Barrett Carlo to the plate. He rips that over the head. Oh, and John Galgano makes a diving play out in front of the left field wall to rob Carlo of extra bases. Unbelievable play from Galgano. Wow.
It was an unbelievable effort there, and that's what you see here in the playoffs. The intensity gets ratcheted up. The effort gets ratcheted up. You know, guys are making plays they might not normally make in the regular season. Every out matters.
Unreal. Galgano making the grab. Out number 2, nobody on. Drew Tenzar up to the plate. That's high and inside, 2-1. Rip the other way and foul.
Just foul. That was about as close as it gets from our angle.
That would have been awesome for Tenzar if he was able to.
It was a line drive about an inch off the ground.
It was a great piece.
Yeah. I'm going to take it the opposite way.
Goodness. Again, we're here with Game 1, the 2024 NLDS between the Eastern Enforcers and the Southern Stingers, as Tenzar strikes out to end the inning. No runs score in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second. Still tied, 0-0.
What were those baseball players?
John Galgano swung on and fouled off into the zone there. Full count. And Galgano chases the outside pitch from Rice for strike 3, 1 away here in the top of the second inning.
Jordan looks dialed here so far. I mean, we're wondering how he's going to turn out, you know, coming off the torn meniscus, or I guess probably still recovering from it, but
oh, definitely.
He looks better than he's ever had, really.
Yeah.
Better than he's ever been, excuse me.
I just really hope he's not running around out here trying to beat ground balls out to first or something.
You know, doubles are probably just singles for him today, but If he's pitching like this, it might not matter.
2-0 here to Brock Playhouse. It's
Brock DHing today. I think he normally
hasn't been around
DHs.
for a while.
Yeah, he's been off doing Brock things. I don't really know what he does. Probably.
I don't even think he knows what he does.
Probably a stint in the minors. Working on the contact a little bit, but called back up for the playoffs and swings through that one for strike 2.
Full count. Outside ball 4. Brock Playhouse is on for the Enforcers. Runner on first, Jake Oliver. Coming back up to the plate here. Oliver versus Rice. Brock Playhouse on first. Ball 1 here to Oliver. Knuckle is in there, connects. And the count is now 1-1.
I believe Jake struck out his first time out.
Two 1 from Rice is just low. It's now 3-1. We're still here, 0-0 ball game. Game 1, the 2024 NLDS. Winner going to the NLCS for an opportunity at the World Series.
Yeah, bit of a different tone here from the first series we saw. Kind of a pitcher's duel so far. I believe Brock is the first man at second base we've had today.
Yeah, there have not been very many base runners, and Chase Winkler looks at ball 1, 1-0. Definitely a guy who can get this Enforcers offense going. They're trying to score first here in the first game. So that's low, 2-1. Winkler, swing and miss. It's now 2-2. Knuckle is high. Full count now to Winkler. Low end in the dirt. Ball 4. Chase Winkler works a walk, and the bases are now loaded for Josh Gradwell. Only one out in the inning as Rice finds himself in a tough jam right now. Tough situation for Rice. Gonna have to try to dig deep here to keep this thing tied.
Yeah, he's got the one out. I mean, a ground ball that Stingers might be able to turn 2, or at least get an out at home. Gotta be looking for a play at the plate here.
Ball 3, 3-0 to Gradwell. So that's fouled back.
We love the 3-0 green light.
Absolutely.
Honestly, if you don't have it, what are you even doing here?
That's true. Ball 4, and the Enforcers get a run walked in. They strike first in game 1. Got a nice 1-0 lead.
Unfamiliar feeling for you, Mark. You'll never feel that way.
Do you have sunglasses on? It's gray skies out.
Mark, is it difficult to do color with a butt plug up your butt? Good one, man. I'd imagine it'd make the job a little harder.
John Calcano up. Quick 0-2 count.
As, Brock just continues to chirp at me up here in the booth. 1-2. Yeah, I've missed him.
He's quite the personality, Brock Playhouse is.
Ground ball over to Peter McNeil at 30, throws home, and the call at home is out.
I think we'll take another look at it to make sure. It was definitely a close play. We want to make sure we get it right.
See here on the replay, there was a bobble, and it does
Definitely,
pass home right before Oliver's able to cross, so he is out at home. 2 away in the inning.
It's a big out there. 2 outs now.
Great job there for McNeil. I mean, he was bobbling that thing. I didn't know if he was going to get it off. 61 miles per hour, so no pitch there. 0-0 stays. Ball don't lie, though.
Ball does not lie.
0-1.
Doesn't matter what sport.
Ball and a strike now to Brock Playhouse.
Oh my God.
It's a no pitch at 62 miles per hour.
1-1. Yeah,
Way outside, 2-1. That's outside as well. Brock Playhouse rocking a 342 average on the year, 2 home runs, 10
It's a little high for him, I think. Not really known as a high contact guy.
Yeah.
Definitely a power hitter for sure.
Also surprising, only 2 home runs this season.
I mean, maybe not that much of a power hitter.
Let's go.
Just hasn't really been here a whole lot.
Wonder if those sunglasses are helping him. It's 7:30 and it's pretty gray out.
The Enforcers lead it 2-0 here in the top of the second. Jake Oliver to the plate, bases still loaded. As he looks at ball 1. That's hot for ball 2. 2-0.
Jordan's really gonna lock in here. I mean, this is probably the Enforcers' best hitter, Jake Oliver. I gotta find a way to get him out or create an out on the base pass or something to escape with only down 2.
That's fouled off, and you know, my theory with Jake Oliver is that every single series he plays in, he always has a game-breaking hit or just something to just push the Enforcers over the edge. It seems like
Yeah,
does
sometimes
something big.
Even if it's his only hit of the series, it always seems to come up clutch.
That walks in another run, so it's 3-0 Enforcers in the top of the second, as Rice really needs to dial in here if he wants to try to keep this thing close and secure a Game 1 win.
Peter's out there talking to him, just kind of calming him down, I'm sure. Peter's been around for a long time. He's a good manager.
You could say he's got a lot of experience.
Got a lot of experience for sure.
He knows how to win.
He does know how to win. He's got a World Series championship, of course.
World Series championship, loads of highlights. Pretty complete career, honestly.
Very, very complete career.
Yeah. Not much more you can ask for, except maybe a second World Series, but we don't want to get greedy here. Other guys are still looking for their first.
And that's down the middle for strike 2. Full count now to Winkler. The pitch from Rice, and Winkler grounds it on over to Carlo at first. Carlo steps on first for the third and final out. But the Enforcers get 3 across here in the top of the second. Go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 the score. True. We're wasting away the best. Ball 4 there to Jordan Rice as he gets on, and now Kyle Cody stepping up to the plate. One and one here to Kyle Cody as the Stingers got a runner on there at first and Jordan Rice. And yeah, you might be wondering, hey, well, why does Kyle Cody have that strange Stingers jersey on? Well,
yeah, I was just wondering the same thing.
That's a jersey from a few years ago.
It's a bit of a throwback. Yeah.
Throwback uni. And you know, sometimes when you just didn't have your jersey for the day, as it's popped up into the air, Oliver makes the grab for out number 1. But you know, sometimes you just don't have your jersey and you got to have a backup, and that's what he's got right there. It works, got the logo on it. You go out there and you play.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of a difference. A little bit of a throwback there for Cody. Jordan Rice's old jersey.
Yeah, it's a good jersey to have.
And here's Peter McNeil stepping up to the plate. Facing Josh Groundwall and Forsters again. They got a 3-run lead bottom of the second. So that's high to McNeil. Popped up into the air. Oliver coming on. But you know, it's like it almost seems like there's no ball out of Jake Oliver's reach. You know, he's gonna go after it.
He puts his body on the line.
It's kind of impressive. Ground ball down the first base side. Gradwall fields it and tags out McNeil for out number 2. But Jordan Rice goes all the way over to third. And Jordan Rice, please be careful out there, man, with that meniscus injury. Don't want any re-injured knees out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess give him heads-up base running there. I mean, nobody was really covering third, so I don't want to say a free pass, but yeah. Don't want him re-injuring it.
0-1 to Barrett Carlo. Ground ball right back to Gradwall. He throws on over to first and gets the out on Carlo for out number 3. No run score in the bottom of the second. Forces lead at 3-0. We go to the final inning here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Josh Gradwall looks at ball 1. Again, Enforcers with a 3-run lead. Rice connects there. Ball and a strike.
Then what are you doing on it right now?
That's outside for ball 2. 2-1 now to Gradwall. Foul off. Count evening up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on. It's foul back as well.
Ain't no way. How does that happen? That doesn't happen all year, and I do it twice.
That's crazy. That just shut off the speed dial again. We're going to have to get this thing connected. That's pretty impressive for Josh Gradwell. I mean, 2 foul balls in a row, and he's turned off the radar gun.
This is me protesting
because he's hit the radar gun on his foul balls. We've had to recalibrate it here now twice. That's impressive. That does not happen very often. Ever. It hasn't happened ever.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds? I mean, first of all, the odds of even hitting the radar are pretty slim.
I mean, it's very small.
But to do it back-to-back ABs from the same person, astronomical.
Yeah, astronomical.
Would be my guess.
2-2.
2-2 is the count here to Gradwell, but yeah, like you said, astronomical. I mean, that just does not happen.
He struggled with walks the last inning. It probably cost him 3 runs. He's got to settle in here. Just try and find a way to really pound the zone here.
Yeah, and I mean, Rice was looking so good in the first inning too.
The enforcers still haven't really hit the ball that hard. I mean, it can be pretty hard to square up a knuckleball. Maybe he has to ride that pitch here. I mean, keep the Stingers in the game.
I mean, it's been a couple months since Rice has thrown.
That's true, yeah.
He hasn't thrown in a while, so you know, it definitely might be playing a factor as Galgano just does not swing at the lob. 3-0. Right back to Jordan Rice, off his leg. McNeil flips it to second, and it's not in time. Josh
got the field ump. The field ump called him safe, or called him out. I called him safe. We'll get a. Oh yeah, he's safe by a mile.
Yeah, he's gonna be safe. He's gonna be safe over there at second base. And so we're gonna overturn the call from Tom Playhouse out there, our field umpire for the evening. But Gradwell will be safe at second. So runners on first and second. Brock Playhouse to the plate. Knuckleball is in there for a strike.
The thing about Jordan's knuckleball, I think that sets it apart from the other knuckles we see across the league, is he's able to throw it pretty hard. I mean, that knuckle was in there at 55.
He's able to throw it hard, and
it's accurate, yeah.
Yeah, he has a good command with it. He hits the zone quite a bit, 2-2, which is always the thing you want to do when you're pitching.
Yeah, yeah.
But full count out of Playhouse. Rip past McNeil, foul. That thing curved foul. Last minute there.
Good break for the Stingers there. I mean, that would have really broken the game open probably for them.
Yeah, for the Stingers, you got to do whatever you can to keep this lead at only 3. Got runners on first and second. Still nobody out. Rice really has to go after Playhouse right here and try to throw him the chair. House fouls that back. Full count. Fouled back again. And the count will stay full. Swing and a miss. And that's what Jordan Rice needed. Strikes out Brock Playhouse. Out number 1.
This guy's funny.
One away, and Jake Oliver now to the plate. Ball 1 Oliver.
Jake Oliver has a strikeout and 2 walks so far this game.
Foul back. 1 and 2 runners on first and second. Enforcers trying to add on. Outside, 2-2. Way outside, full count to Oliver. Pitched Oliver low and in the dirt for ball 4, and that's going to load him up. Jordan Rice finds himself in a similar situation this inning as he did the last inning. Bases loaded and only 1 out.
In steps Chase Winkler. And Jordan's got him on a strikeout. He's walked him, but he was able to force him into a ground out his last time up. And love to get that here. And for Chase, obviously, looking to blow this one open.
That hits Winkler, so it's a ball and a strike to Chase Winkler. Bases juiced. Enforcers have not scored. The only runs the Enforcers have scored so far here tonight are runs via the bases loaded walk. So we'll see if Winkler can be the first one to drive a run in. 2-1 now the count. Way outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Now to Winkler. Outside again, and that's going to walk in another run for the Enforcers. It's 4-0 in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, tough go of it so far for Jordan these past 2 innings. I mean, yeah, he looked pretty good first inning, but Enforcers are just kind of laying off these pitches.
Hey, Drew.
Josh Gradwell now with an opportunity, bases loaded, and that's fouled back. Strike 1.
You're supposed to dive like Jake does.
Flies out of her chair.
Jake's been doing that.
0-1 here to Gradwell, and he swings and misses. Strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes.
One of my favorite videos still is Jake's son, or Flip's son always works for Jake.
Strike 3, and that's exactly what Jordan Rice needed. A strikeout, 2 away now in the inning. John Galgano gonna get an opportunity. And what is this? Is Jordan Rice is gonna pull himself, it looks like, and Peter McNeil is gonna come into play. Kyle Cody is gonna come out and take over 3rd base duties. Jordan Rice will go to the bench. And you know, I know there was some difficulties there from Rice with the bases loaded. He didn't really have the command that he was hoping for tonight. Hasn't thrown in a little while, but did the best he could out there. And I know the Stingers more than happy to have him back tonight.
Going to be Barrett out there on the mound, not Peter. Stingers may be playing for game 2 here.
Wait. Do you not need any warm up? No, he said he was good. You're good? Okay, I'll count it. We'll count it. One ball.
Yeah, I mean,
That's ball 1. Barrett said, "Hey, I don't want any pitch. I don't want any warm up, so we're just going right into it."
I mean, all things considered, it's a pretty good outing from Jordan. I mean, 4 runs is holding a team to 4 runs here in the AWA is pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not
giving
a
him a
bad
chance to win for sure. Wonder if that knee was bugging him a little bit or what, but
that's ball 3 here to Galgano.
That first one counted, right?
Yeah, it was a ball.
Okay, so it's ball 4.
So Galgano works a walk. Josh Gradwell will come in to score. It's now 5-0 Enforcers. It's Carlo walks the first batter that he sees. And so far, it's just been a tough go of things for the Stingers. They've just been having command problems. McNeil was going to come in to pitch, but Carlos said, hey, give me an opportunity. And so here we are, Barrett Carlo on the mound, trying to get the Stingers out of this jam.
Barrett filled in pretty, about as well as he could for Jordan Rice in the regular season. I mean, it's tough to step into those shoes. So he's got experience, but I don't know how much playoff experience.
Skipping Brock, I guess. He's doing like a job call or something. He's on a work call. He's on a work call.
So Jake Oliver to the plate. Brock Blehaus had to step out for, sounds like a work meeting or something.
Undedicated.
Yes, you know. All right. Is what it is. 2-0 here to Jake Oliver. It's way inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Oliver swinging right over the top of that one. 3-1 the count.
It's getting pretty dark out here. I mean, we got the lights for sure, but it's still hard to see the ball.
It is.
Especially once if it's been in play a few times, it gets covered in dirt.
So with that run coming in, it's now 6-0 Enforcers.
Grabbing him some ammo.
And the Enforcers have scored all their runs via the bases loaded walk so far here tonight.
I mean, it is frowned upon in the regular season, but in the playoffs, I mean, you gotta do what you can to win. So I'm sure they're happy to take it.
It's low and outside, a ball and a strike to Winkler. And that is fouled off. 1-2. Hits Winkler on the hand. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's foul away. Ripped way just foul. Just to the left of the left field foul pole. 2-2 remains the count as that's in the dirt. Count is full. Way outside for another walk. And it's now 7-0 Enforcers in the top of the third. Yeah, you know, this is tough.
Yeah, it's
tough.
Turned it into a bit of a wash.
But you know what? It's a 5-game series. You got opportunities. Falling in one game does not define the series. You still got an opportunity.
Absolutely true.
To come back and win this thing is ground ball. Big swing and a miss. Chasing that one. 1-2 the count. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That is ripped out to left. It's got a chance, and it gets over the wall for a grand slam. 11-0 Enforcers. And we're here in the third, so there's no cap. This inning's going to keep going.
Yeah, it's might be a bit out of reach now for the Stingers. I mean, this inning started, it was 4-0, I believe, and it took Jordan Rice out of the game, and it's pretty out of hand now.
It's a third inning. It's a third, so there's no cap.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Oh. All right. All good though. Hey,
Wait, time.
Jack, is it mercy after 12? Or is it 12 runs? No,
it's the third, so.
So just keep going.
Maybe just a pity strike out here.
So there's no cap, there's no mercy. We're in the third inning, so it's 11-0, top of the third. John Galgano to the plate, looks at ball 1. That's ripped to left over Club 65. A solo shot for Galgano. And this thing has really gotten out of hand for the Stingers. It's 12-0 Enforcers in the top of the third.
Yeah, this inning's going to continue.
Writing's on the wall for this game one.
Rock, are you hitting? Yeah, he is. Got 9 balls going out of that poor guy. Oh, got him! No.
So Galgano with the shot over the Club 65 bar out there in left. Brock Blayhouse looks at ball 1. Back from the work call. 2-0. 2-1 the count to Blayhouse. Nobody on. 2 away. Stingers just trying to get out of this thing, and this might be. Oh, Kyle Cody just couldn't get to it. Out of his reach.
Let's see if Bear can manufacture a swing and miss here.
Hits the zone. Strike 3. Brock Blayhouse strikes out for the third and final out. But the Enforcers, they lead it 12-0. We go to the bottom of the third.
Isn't that Mercy? Okay, I think I'm up first. Nobody's ever seen a rally like we're about to have. We are. Now that
Drew Tenzar to the plate. Josh Gradwall and the Enforcers trying to close this 12-0 game down on 1.
The Stingers, I mean, 12 runs is certainly a lot, but we've seen it before in the AWA, but I'm sure they're looking for just some signs of life here going to game 2.
Popped up into the air. That'll stay in the yard. Oliver underneath it makes the grab. 1 away.
Thank you.
1 away in the inning. Here in the bottom of the third. Nick the zone, strike 1. That hit 0-2. Foul back there from Rice. Ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball up the middle. Galgano coming on. He flips to Winkler at first, and the call on the field is safe. Rice is at first. Safe. We'll take a look at it. Oh, and Winkler's foot was off the bag.
Oh, yeah.
His foot was off the bag, and so Jordan Rice is safe. The call on the field is confirmed. Safe. Kyle Cody to the plate.
Jordan able to get up that line, bum knee. I don't know if that's good or bad to see for the Stingers. Don't want him re-injuring himself.
I know. Just be careful out there.
Yeah.
Goodness. 1-2. Cody swing and a miss on the slow change from Gradwall. And there's 2 away now on the bottom of the third. Stingers down to their final out here in game 1. Which assumes to be a 1-0 lead, more than likely, for this Enforcer squad in the NLDS. First pitch to McNeil, and he goes around. Strike 1. around again. A quick 0-2. Outside for a ball. That's high ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to McNeil. Ground ball in play, and this should do it. Gradwell flips to Winkler at first, and that's the third and final out. Game 1 of the NLDS belongs to the Eastern Enforcers as they win it 12-0. We are gonna get game.
We gotta get one more in.
We're gonna have game 2, so we are gonna have another game here. It's very dark, but we're gonna get another one in. Game 2 of the NLDS will be coming at you here shortly. We'll be back in a moment.
I was really hoping it was gonna be a quick one. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be. We still didn't hit, but we just walked in home.
Oh, Babytron, of course.
Queen.
Say Creed.
John Party. Ooh, Wiz Khalifa.
Brad Paisley. Reba McEntire. Oh, Post Malone. Gunna. Tyler Childers.
Mount Joy.
Kid Cudi. Ariana Grande.
There you go.
Chris Brown.
Ghost. Kevin Parker.
Kings of Leon.
Let's go NBA YoungBoy. Lil Wayne. T-Pain. Eminem. Bad Bunny.
Ice Spice.
Juice WRLD.
Zach Brown Band.
Summit Racing.
AWA Wiffle.com.
Pass. Costco.com. I don't even know. YouTube.
Last website I visited, YouTube.com.
AWA.com.
Maybe the Athletic.
YouTube. Pass.
Barry Bonds.
Griffey. Hank Aaron.
Probably Ken Griffey Jr.
Dustin Pedroia.
Barry Bonds. Come on now. Barry Bonds.
Ooh, Barry Bonds.
Roberto Clemente. Shohei. Let's go Babe Ruth. Mike Trout.
So we are here between games 1 and 2 of the NLDS. And before we get game number 2 started, I just wanted to let everybody know about Brinks TV. Brinks TV is supporting the AWA. We need you to support them too. Download the Brinks.tv app, register for free, and you can bet on everything on the platform, from wiffle ball to downhill skateboarding, which, by the way, is insane. Skateboarding down mountains at 70 miles an hour. They've got all kinds of crazy stuff happening over at Brinks.tv, the kingdom of awesomeness. Make sure you go check them out, Brinks.tv. Head on over there right now. Again, we are between games 1 and 2 of the NLDS. The Eastern Enforcers just came off a 12-0 victory in game number 1. They lead the series 1-0. This is a best of 5 series. So the Southern Stingers are going to have an opportunity to come back from this 1-game deficit. Peter McNeil is going to lead it off for the Stingers. Josh Gradwell will be staying on the mound in game 2 for the Enforcers. Again, Gradwell on the mound, McNeil at the plate. The first pitch is in there for strike 1. On 1 the count. And that's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes, and yeah, it's getting pretty dark out here. And That's one of the tough things about September is it starts to get darker so much earlier, and Gradwall got that ground ball before it went past the bunt line, so that'll be a foul ball. McNeil's going to have to come back. Count will stay no balls and 2 strikes. And McNeil fouls that one off. Still stays 0-2. Swung on and oh, he got a piece of it, so it's fouled off. Fouled off.
That is 4 straight foul balls.
I don't think he hasn't swung at a pitch just yet.
We love that.
Yeah.
We love that, honestly.
Yeah. Aggressive hitting here tonight for McNeil. That one's fouled back.
Another one. There's a take.
1-2 to McNeil. The lob, and McNeil fouls that one off. Gradwall.
It's an 8-pitch at bat, and it's still 1-2.
Tried to give McNeil a gift, but this is crazy.
Oh my God.
1-2. This is the 10th pitch of the at bat.
It's 1-2. Oh.
And there it is. Gradwall wins the battle, strikes out Peter McNeil. 1 away in the top of the first inning. Barrett Carlo to the plate. Ball 1 here to Carlo.
Is driving up the pitch count a strategy here yet in the AWA? Oh my God.
That was absolutely hammered. Way foul. Strike 1. Inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to Carlo. That's inside. 3-1. Popped up into the air. Galgano makes the grab. And that's out number 2. That was wild. It's so dark out here. I couldn't even see him out there on the field.
This is not ideal playing conditions.
Drew Tenzar to the plate. And that's high, 1-0. And that's low. 2 balls, no strikes. It's top part of the zone, strike 1. 2-1. Just high. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Tenzar. We're sorry, TikTok. That's 2 times tonight where the TikTok phone controlling the live screen has been hit. My goodness. Ground ball over to Winkler at first. Nobody's there. And Tenzar, he gets on. First base run of the ball game for the Stingers. Jordan Rice to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That's high. Ball and a strike here to Rice. Stingers with a runner on. Have not recorded a run just yet in the NLDS as that's popped up into the air, and Gradwall just can't get to it in time. Count now moves to 1-2. Full count to Jordan Rice. 3-2. Popped up and fouled back. Count will remain full to Rice.
I almost had that one.
Yeah, you did.
That was pretty close.
Popped up in foul territory. Oliver makes the grab for out number 3. Great grab there from Jake Oliver. No run score in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first, all tied up, 0-0. First pitch to Jake Oliver is in there, strike one. Peter McNeil on the mound for the Stingers here in game number 2. That's back-to-back strikes.
Peter, he's been a dominant pitcher in the AWA for quite some time. He's kind of taken a back seat the past few years as Jordan Rice has kind of emerged as a true ace.
1-2, and I mean, you know, Jordan Rice has pitched very well, but Peter McNeil is also a great pitcher, and honestly, the two of them, in my opinion, are pretty interchangeable.
Yeah.
So it is fun to watch them. Sometimes you'll see Jordan Rice start 2 and Peter only 1, and sometimes you'll see Peter start 2 and Rice only 1 game. It just kind of depends how each of them are kind of pitching that night. But here tonight, I mean, Rice, he was kind of struggling with some command in game 1, and so we're getting Peter McNeil here in game 2.
Yeah, and depending on the health of Jordan Rice, and Peter McNeil might have to come out clutch on the mound for the Stingers this series. I mean, Jordan definitely did well keeping it close, but in game 1, it just kind of got out of hand.
Yeah, it was interesting, though, that he decided to pull himself with 2 outs in the 3rd. Because that's kind of when things got really bad. As that's a ground ball over to Kyle Cody. He throws to second, and the call on the field is out. We will take a look at it just to make sure.
Yeah, I called him safe. Fieldham called him out. We'll have to take a look. Yeah.
call on the field is confirmed. Jake Oliver is out at second. It was a really, really close play. But he has been deemed out. Josh Gradwell now to the plate.
Yeah, the field ump has the call on the field. It doesn't really matter what I say up here. I just like making the calls, you know.
Nasty curve there from McNeil, 0-2. I think we're just out of habit. We're just used to making calls.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, we had a field ump for about the first half of the season, then it was up to us.
Yeah, where's Morehouse been?
Yeah.
I miss him.
I don't know.
Swing and a miss from Josh Gradwell. Out number 1. Now John Galgano to the plate. Excuse me, 2 outs in the inning. John Galgano to the plate. Low and outside. Low and inside. That's fouled off. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fouled off again. Count evens up here at 2-2. Chase Winkler on at first. Galgano up here at the plate. Curve misses outside. Full count.
And you know, I remember a couple of years ago when Peter figured out how to throw that curveball. We were training together in the off season, and he figured it out. And he was just like, "Oh, that's how you do it."
Oh, so that's how it works. And it's been working.
It's been game over ever since.
Been working ever since. No runs score here in the bottom of the first inning. It's still 0-0 as we go to the top of the second. That's a ball outside there to Cody. 3-0 the count. Great pitch from Gradwell. Cody swinging right over the top of it. Hits the bat, foul ball. Count is full. Okay, we're hearing a 0-0 tie in the top of the second, and Cody strikes out for the first out. So we're here in the top of the second, 0-0.
Yeah,
Enforcers lead the series by 1 game.
It's not going to get any easier, too. It's pretty dark out here now. I mean, the lights definitely help, but it's still difficult to see the ball.
Definitely. It's definitely harder to see the ball. Pitch from Gradwell connects there. Strike 1. And in this situation, as the pitcher, you just have an advantage.
Yeah, you really do. You probably throw it harder.
As a hitter, it's just so hard to see, and especially when you have the type of movement that Gradwell has on it. And McNeil swinging a miss there. 1-2. And McNeil chases for strike 3. 2 away now in the top of the second. And yeah, I mean, thing is it's, you know, you can't hit what you can't see. You know?
That's true.
Ball 1 here to Carlo. That hits the zone for strike 1-1. Hits the zone again. Ball and 2 strikes.
Jeez.
Carlo was able to foul that one off.
Don't know how he did that.
That was in on him. And Carlo strikes out for the 3rd out here in the top of the 2nd. We're still all tied up at 0-0. Go to the bottom of the 2nd.
Go me, Morgan, my boy Jack Shull over here, Cano in the back,
Mark, Jake, Evan, and Keaton McKay. Oh.
First pitch to Brock Playhouse is outside for a ball. And I don't even know what he's doing. I guess he was just taking all the way there. 1-1. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 to Brock Playhouse. Behind him.
Don't know when Brock still has the sunglasses on the hat. It's pitch black out here.
It is nighttime.
It's past my bedtime.
It was kind of hard to understand why he had him in the first place. It wasn't even sunny out.
Yeah.
Jake Oliver up to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Forster's got a runner on, nobody out. Looking to try to take this game as well and take a nice 2-game lead against the Stingers. Three and 1 to Oliver. As that is fouled off, full count. You know, we just, so far in this series, we just really haven't seen that hit from Jake Oliver. That normally really affects the game, but it's coming, I'm telling you. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Somebody's got to come up with a big hit here. It's 0-0. Bottom of the 2nd. I mean, visibility is tough, but somebody's got to find a way to run into one or something here.
That hit his bat.
As it nicks the bat, that was a foul ball, full count. And that's way outside. Jake Oliver works a walk. Runners on first and second. Now for Chase Winkler. First pitch to Winkler is fouled off. 0-1. So that's outside, a ball and a strike.
He's not asleep.
On the count to Winkler, the pitch from McNeil is fouled off. And it's 1-2. Inside for another ball. 2-2 here to Winkler. It's high. Count is full, 2-1. Nobody out. Still all tied up here, 0-0 on the bottom of the second. Behind Winkler for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. And we're going to have to see Peter McNeil try to work himself out of a bases loaded, no out jam.
Yeah, it's not looking good here. I mean, this is what the doctor ordered if you're the enforcers. I mean, it's definitely hard to hit the ball. You might have to win this game by drawn walks.
Pitcher from McNeil is in there, the curveball. Able to hit for strike 1. Curveball again, and that's going to be a foul ball down the third base side. As Gradwell thought he might have had himself extra bases there.
Yeah, I would have scored 2 there. It would have been a ground rule double. But it might be all you need here.
2 to Gradwell. That is going to be another foul ball, an identical hit from Gradwell. Unreal.
It's getting pretty tough to make these calls out here. It's hard to see where the ball is.
Inside, and yeah, that's just going to be that's one of the problems with playing in the dark is, you know, these teams just harder to see. 1-2.
That is so hard to see.
It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gradwell. Outside, full count. Walk would bring in the game's first run. McNeil, that's popped up into the air. Playable. Kyle Cody makes the grab. Out number 1, so 1 away now in the inning. Big out there for Peter McNeil and the Southern Stingers as they needed that.
Definitely, just with the doctor word, nice. I don't want to call it an easy out. Nothing's easy here at the AWA, but better than a walk.
John Galgano to the plate as that is way outside, appears to have gotten away from McNeil. 1-0. So that's inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Inside again, 3-0 to Galgano. 4-pitch walk to Galgano. And the enforcers, they do strike first here in game 2. 1-0 on the bases loaded walk by John Galgano.
Brock is up.
Brock Playhouse to the plate. First pitch for McNeil's outside. Second pitch is in there. 1-1. Second pitch, or third pitch is in there too. 1-2.
You're working awfully quick now. Trying to keep these hitters unbalanced. He's always been a fast worker up there.
It's Playhouse, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Playhouse, swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away in the bottom of the second.
It's kind of funny to see the difference in play discipline between the brothers, Jack and Brock. Jack is a very keen eye up there on the mound, takes a lot of walks, and Brock, he swings at just about anything.
Yeah. Popped up into the air. Kyle Cody can't make the grab, and so Josh Gradwell comes in to score. A really unfortunate error there from Cody and the Stingers, as that would have gotten the Stingers out of this jam, only having given up the 1 run, but instead the inning will continue and a run comes in to score. Forces now lead at 2-0.
Yeah, that is just brutal. I mean, runs are going to be so hard to come by here. at 8:30 p.m. Gotta get the outs when you can.
I mean, especially when you get a pop-up. I mean, pop-ups are pretty much gimmies here in the league, and definitely really need to try to hold on to those to make sure that you don't get yourself in an even worse situation.
Yeah.
Potentially. Ground ball over to Kyle Cody. He'll be able to make up for it, and he tags the bag to get the third and final out. But the Enforcers score 2 runs here in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Enforcers lead it 2-0.
You get a bonus. What? Oh, I won't say that one on the camera. But,
first pitch here to Tenzar is in there. Strike 1. That's ball.
Stingers need to work some quality at bats here, get some runners on. It's been tough so far against Josh Gradwell.
Tenzar swinging a miss, 1 and 2. .61 miles per hour, a no pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It sounded like the door opened. Oh, there's an outspeed.
Pitcher from Josh Gradwell is low and outside. 2-2 as Tenzar fouls that one off. And Tenzar swinging a miss. He strikes out for the first out. Here in the top of the third. One away. Jordan Rice now getting an opportunity. Again, it's only a 2-run lead. This Stingers team is not down by very much. They've come back from way worse before in the past. We're here in the playoffs. Got to do whatever you can to try to get some base runners here and tie this thing up at the very least. And it's the zone. Strike 2. And Rice swinging a miss at the high pitch. Out number 2. The Stingers now down to their final out in game 2. I mean, this is tough here. You know, if the Enforcers get a 2-game lead in the NLDS, that's a tough lead to come back from. Two-game lead is hard. 1-0. Nicks the inside part of the zone. Great pitch there from Gradwell. 1-1. And Cody unable to connect on that one. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Kyle Cody strikes out to, oh, it's a no pitch. So Kyle Cody's going to get an opportunity to use a speed check. 1-2. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cody. Stingers down 2, trying to come back. That's high. Full count now to Cody. Pitch from Gradwell. Ground ball down the first base side. This should do it. And Gradwell tags out Kyle Cody for the 3rd and final out. The Enforcers win game number 2. Final score 2-0. And that is going to do it for us here tonight for the AWA playoffs. We will resume these next few games between the Enforcers and Stingers at a later date, but we appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for the first day of the playoffs. We will be back on Wednesday night at 5:45 Pacific, 8:45 Eastern. Make sure you join us for some more playoff action. Hope everybody has a great night, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, take care, Barrett. Good to see you, bro.